What if I told you there is an angel in your house right now, watching, protecting, moving in ways you cannot see, and you've been ignoring every single sign? Not because you don't believe in God, but because no one ever taught you what to look for. Most people expect something dramatic, bright lights, loud voices, a supernatural moment so powerful it's impossible to miss. But what if the truth is much quieter than that? Because when you actually look at the Bible, angels didn't always appear in extraordinary ways. They showed up in ordinary moments. In Genesis 18, Abraham wasn't praying for a vision. He wasn't expecting anything spiritual. He was just living his normal life when strangers approached him. He welcomed them into his home, sat with them, ate with them, and only later realized he had been in the presence of angels. Think about that. He experienced something divine and didn't recognize it in the moment. So what makes you think your life would be any different? What makes you so sure you wouldn't miss it too? The truth is, most people would, not because they lack faith, but because they're not paying attention. But once you start paying attention, you begin to notice something. Certain moments aren't random. They feel intentional, directed, like they're trying to get your attention. And one of the most common signs is something almost everyone has experienced, but almost no one takes seriously. You wake up in the middle of the night, no alarm, no noise, no reason. You look at the clock, 2:17 a.m., 3:04 a.m., sometimes the same time, night after night. But what's strange isn't just waking up, it's how you feel when you do. You're not confused, not half asleep. You're aware, alert, almost like something gently pulled you out of sleep. Most people ignore it. They grab their phone, distract themselves, and fall back asleep. But what if that moment isn't random? What if it's an invitation that you keep declining? Because in Scripture, this pattern happens. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah was exhausted, overwhelmed, asleep, and in that quiet moment, an angel touched him and woke him up, not with noise, not with fear, but with intention. And here's what most people don't realize. The night is often the only time your mind is quiet enough to hear what you ignore during the day. No distractions, no pressure, just silence. So next time it happens, don't rush to escape it. Stay still, breathe, and ask, God, is there something you want me to hear? Because sometimes that's where everything begins. And once you stop ignoring the subtle, you start noticing something else. Moments when, out of nowhere, everything inside you becomes calm, your life feels heavy, your mind is racing, problems everywhere, and then suddenly, peace. Not because something changed around you, but because something changed within you. Your breathing slows down, your thoughts lose intensity, that weight feels lighter. Where did that come from? Because it didn't come from logic, it didn't come from control, it didn't come from certainty. In Philippians 4:7, it calls it a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that shows up without explanation. And in the Bible, peace always comes before clarity. So when that kind of peace finds you, don't ignore it, because you might not be as alone as you think. And then there are moments that go even deeper, moments where something should have gone wrong, but didn't. You almost took that road. You almost made that decision. You almost said yes, but something stopped you. Not a voice you could clearly explain, just a feeling, a hesitation, a quiet warning. And because of that pause, everything changed. You're still here, still safe, still standing. Most people call that luck. But Psalm 91 says, God commands his angels to guard you, to protect you, to hold you up so you don't fall. That means protection doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a delay. Sometimes it looks like something not working out. But later, you realize it was protection all along, and sometimes that protection comes through people. A stranger says something that feels too precise to be random. One sentence that hits exactly where you needed it. In Hebrews 13:2 it says, "Some have entertained angels without knowing it, not recognized them, not realized it," which means not every encounter is what it seems. And then there's one final sign, the one most people ignore the fastest, but one of the most powerful. A dream that doesn't feel like a dream. You wake up and it stays with you, clear, real, emotional. You keep thinking about it all day. In Matthew 2, an angel warned Joseph in a dream, and that dream saved a life. And in Genesis 28, Jacob woke up and said, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it." That's what most people miss. Not that God is absent, but that He is present and unnoticed. Not every dream is a message, but some are, because sometimes it's the only moment your mind is quiet enough to receive something deeper, and that brings everything together. None of these signs are loud. None of them force your attention. They are subtle, quiet, easy to ignore, which is exactly why most people miss them. But here's the truth. Angels are not myths. They are not symbols. They are real. They are active. And according to Scripture, they are working, even when you don't see it. So the next time you wake up at night, pause. The next time peace finds you, receive it. The next time something protects you, recognize it, because the signs are not rare. They're just overlooked. And once you start paying attention, you realize something that changes everything. You were never alone, and maybe this message reached you today for a reason. If this spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to someone who needs it, because sometimes the right message finds you at the exact moment you need it.